Just yesterday, Donald Trump teased the idea of disbanding the coronavirus task force. Now, keep in mind that he would do this at a time when we're seeing a spike in the number of coronavirus cases in various parts of the country. There have been several states that have decided to prematurely open their local economies back up. And as a result, we're seeing an increase in the number of people who have contracted COVID-19. And keep in mind that it's been well over a month since we've had less than 1,000 people in this country die every day from this virus. So he thought, you know what? The only people who have any expertise to deal with this, and the only people who aren't interested in robbing U.S. taxpayers of their, hard-earned money to distribute it to my buddies, are these health professionals. So let me go ahead and disband the group that they're part of. But luckily, there was some backlash. And today he's singing a little bit of a different tune. Let's take a look.
We're keeping the task force for a period of time. I look forward to when we can close the task force, because then the job will be essentially, hopefully, over, Mike, right? And you've done a fantastic job.
Mr. President,
yes.
Can you explain the change between what you said yesterday about winding down the task force and now saying you're going to keep it? Because it is different from what you said yesterday.
Well, I guess if you think we're always winding it down, but it's a question of what the end point it is. But I think it is a change a little bit. I thought we could wind it down sooner, but I had no idea how popular the task force is until actually yesterday. When I started talking about winding it down, I'd get calls from very respected people saying, I think it would be better to keep it going. It's done such a good job.
Let me just decode that for 1 second. He got calls from very important people, meaning members of his campaign advisors, who probably told him, this is a really bad idea. It's not playing well. It's an unpopular position to have. Mm-hmm. And that was when he changed course. Donald Trump does not care about you. Whoever you are watching this right now thinking, oh, we might have some leadership in the country. No, there's no leadership. Donald Trump looks out for Donald Trump. He doesn't care about making sure the right experts and professionals are in place to carry out the right policies to keep people alive. He doesn't care about that. What he cares about is getting reelected. What he cares about is using the office of the presidency in order to enrich himself and his disgusting friends. That's all he cares about. That's Donald Trump in a nutshell. And the only friends he looks out for, by the way, are those who do favors for him. So it always goes back to that disgusting orange buffoon. John.
I mean, I have a feeling he did get calls. Some probably are campaign officials, like you said, probably saying, like, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Some were probably medical professionals. I just have a feeling that what they called to tell him was not keep it going. You've done such a great job. It might have been keep it going because thousands of Americans are still dying every day. How could you possibly think that your work was done? You've done almost nothing and people are still dying. We expect that the number per day that are dying are going to go up, actually. You don't seem to care about that. It's really, really weird that you don't care about that. Maybe let's have some people in the room who do have a little bit of an attachment to the idea of not killing, a 9/11 of Americans every single day for the next few months. And honestly, the people watching, if you're watching this video right now, what has the task force done the past 2 weeks? 3 weeks? I don't know. At Chopper Talk this morning, he said we're doing too much testing already. A nurse said that her access to PPE is sporadic, and he corrected her and said, no, hospitals have all the PPE that they need. So
it was right out of Kim Jong-un's playbook, 100%. You have medical professionals surrounding you so they can basically spout your propaganda. And if they have the audacity to go against your propaganda for even a second, right? Off message for even a second, you scold them in front of the press. yeah, that video was gross, and I have no interest in perpetuating the lies that he wanted to spread through that propaganda. Yeah. But I'm sorry, John, I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, it's okay. Understandably so and justifiably so. Yeah, I have this like knee-jerk reaction that says we should still have the task force because it's an absolute disaster, the likes of which we haven't had domestically in our entire life, and like God helping, never will again. But they don't seem to care, and they don't seem to be doing anything. Like he only ever cared to the extent that he sort of had fun doing the press conferences, and he thought that it was getting him good ratings or whatever. He wasn't actually there to make sure that everyone's doing everything they can to save as many lives as possible. No, as long as he's here, it is only going to get worse. And so I'll say it again, get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. People are dying. While I was just talking, 5 more people died because of a pandemic that is far worse than it ever needed to be because of the presence of Donald Trump in the White House.
So he told reporters today that the coronavirus task force will remain in place indefinitely. But I never put much weight behind anything he says because he changes his opinion day to day. He shoots from the hip and doesn't make decisions based on logic or the best interests of the people he's supposed to be representing. He values nothing but himself. That's it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.